Hey, hi, this is Muhammad Hussein. I'm welcoming you all into my channel DBA Doctor. If you are new, kindly subscribe and support. Without forget, click on a bell icon to get latest video. I'm completely covering up a database server and cloud technology related topic into my channel like MS SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Azure, AWS. Current market is open for multiple skills. So why you are waiting and sticking into only one technology? Kindly subscribe and get multiple technology knowledge at one roof with completely free of cost. Learn multiple skill and stand all time in a market.
Hi friends, today chapter is all about SQL Server architecture. In architecture, we have to know some basic steps. The reason of knowing is if you know well architecture, then for resolving and knowing what is exact issues and how to troubleshoot and how to fix up the issues, all these things we can do with the help of architecture. Architecture will help you up for troubleshooting, for understanding much and more detail, and for tuning the SQL Server and boosting the performance, as well as for knowing which component is using for what and how to recover in a disaster, and what all storage is required. That all things we will understand with the help of architecture. So in architecture today, we are going to see only a topmost architecture, that is a relational engine and a protocol layer. So we are discussing more about a protocol layer, how the application is connecting to SQL Server, what is the mode of connections, and what is the importance on that. So in connection string, we are using three layer, that is a query processing, that we also call as a relational engine. It is also known as a query process. It has the SQL Server component that determine what exact query needs to do, and in when the query is come, and how the communication happen from SQL Server to applications, and what is the mode of communications that we are discussing more in these sessions. So the communications, we having network interface as well as a protocol. So network interface is nothing but it's a protocol layer that establishes the network connections between the client and server. It consists of a set of API that are used by both the database engine and the SQL Server native client. So if we have a 3-4 layer, we have a 3-4 different flavor for connections, and without the connection established, work is managed by network server interface. That it is a protocol layer that actually establishes the network connections between a client and server. Actual in every server, every machine, whenever we are installing a SQL Server, the server is installing in a different area, and the instance is installing in a different. When we are installing, by the time of installing, first step is we are installing a client, later a server is installing. So server location is different, and client is different. So for communicating to server to client, the SQL Server interface is taking care of the server and SQL Server as well as SQL Server client connections. So for connections between SQL Server and client, there are different tools. With the help of that, we can connect. So for connecting, what all tools are there? We have shared memory, we have TCP/IP, we have name pipeline. So Under TCP/IP and name pipeline as well as shared memory, what all features are available? Why we have to use these things? That we are going to discuss. TCP/IP first connections thing which we are going to discuss now. TCP is nothing but it's a protocol options which specify IP address as well as a port. TCP IP is the IP address. We have to specify the IP address as well as a port number. By default, it is taking 1433. With the help of TCP IP, you are able to connect with internet via wide level network. You can able to connect a SQL server. So for wide level connections as well as via internet or some other modem, it will not check a specifications like a same server same machines is needed. Like that, it will not check whether you are trying to connect from 2016 to 2012. It will support. So this all benefit we have in a TCP IP. um, so for TCP IP, by default port is 1433. So for connecting with the TCP IP, what we have to give is we have two options where we can give a name, server name as well as a TCP IP with comma 1433 is a by default port, or different port whichever you are installing. Okay. So next we are going to see shared memory. Shared memory is the simplest protocol to use and has no configuration setting, because a client using a shared memory protocol can only connect to Microsoft SQL Server instance. Instance running on the same computer is not useful for most database activity. SQL Server must be restarted or enable or disable with the help of a protocol. By default, the shared memory is enabled. With the help of shared memory, the same machine, if we are going to share, let's say we are installing number of instances on same machines, and we are trying to connect different instances. That time one shared memory will install, and with the help of shared memory, the instance is connecting to SQL server. Client is connecting to SQL server with the help of shared memory. This is the role of shared memory. And next we are going to see a name pipeline. So name pipeline in a computer is also known as a pipeline. So name pipeline in SQL Server is used for local area network connections. So name pipeline same if you are using a same machines as a client, and then you are using a same level of network, same LAN area you are trying to connect. That time name pipeline is very good for a connections. So we have seen how the SQL Server is using different protocol. These all are the protocol. With the help of this protocol, SQL Server are connecting. How the connection is established, that we are going to see. First of all, the network interface, what it will do is it will check uh, yeah, network interface in network configurations involve enabling a protocol. Like if we are enabling the protocol or different protocol like TCP or name whatever. So the connection establishment from a client whatever we are using local client local via SQL server we are trying to connect, or we are trying to connect with the different applications, that connections establishment and all will taken care by network interface in SQL side. So it will check the connections, and it will bifurcate the connection to SQL server. Like that, the connection string work will taken care by network configurations. So once it will check the TCP or name pipeline, and the port is say good, and the connections it is been allowed, then it will point from network interface. It will check all those things, and with the help of portal it will go to SQL server, and the communications same, it will come back from a SQL server to protocol to network interface. Network interface will dump to respective server, SQL server, or else whatever application which is using for this. So we have seen how the SQL application is connecting to SQL. What are the modem to connect SQL via application or SQL server? Okay, that we have seen, but there is some security point. Let's say if I'm connecting to application via applications to SQL, data is transferring from SQL to applications to visualize, to view the reports, and to inserting to SQL, the record is inserting. But as ethical hackers are there, and there are a lot of security and transparency problems are there. Like for coming up, SQL server already having a data encryptions that we can do. And how the data encryptions is working? The data encryptions is working. Let's say the data is coming from applications to SQL server, SQL network interface. Via that, it might be name pipeline, or TCP, or via shared memory. So for securing the data, what the exact record is present in the program language from application to SQL, to hide that, network interface SQL server is providing data encryptions. That data encryptions, if we enable, it will automatically encrypt a complete it will automatically encrypt a complete sequence, what SQL server to network interface, whatever record is going and coming. For that only we have to enable the network interface. Okay, this is which we have seen today's topic. I hope this sessions was very interesting for you. We will meet on next session with some interesting, and in the coming sessions we are going to cover the SQL server query executions plan, and the query storage engine, and how entire storing level data storage is work, and how SQL server is working internally for executing any query and updating anything, how the mechanism is working, and what will happen if the server is crashed, or immediately server goes down. That all things we will see under coming chapter. So if you are new to my session, kindly subscribe and support me. Thank you so much for watching. We will meet on our next session with some next interesting topic. Thank you so much. Bye bye.